Hey YouTube, this is Trains and Destinations, and I'm going to make a quick video here on this rather unique phone. This is an iPhone 12 mini. And just to prove that it's a mini, this is the phone right next to this phone, an iPhone SE. And as you can see, at least physically, they're almost the same size. But of course, the big difference being, this you have the big bezels, and then on this phone, let me go ahead and turn it on. Of course, you got pretty much a full screen display. So this is a 5.4 inch display. This is 4.7 inches. And so even though size-wise these phones are pretty similar, this is still a little bit smaller. If I stack it on top, it's just, it's just a little bit thinner. A little hard to tell with the case on. So let me actually take that off. As you can see, this is the product red version, obviously. So it's obviously red. And then you got two cameras at the top here. You got a main camera and an ultra wide camera. Then on the right side of the phone, you have a power button, your 5G antenna. Left side of the phone, you have your volume buttons as well as your mute switch. And then additionally, you have your SIM card slot. And this was the second to last iPhone model to have the SIM tray. And then at the bottom here, you have your old Lightning port and of course your speakers. And this does have the sort of flat sides with that came out the iPhone 12, which I really like. So yeah, as you can see, you can stand up the phone. This is probably the coolest thing with the iPhone 12. I'm definitely glad that they went with the flat sides and all that. It's very nice. As such, this is a pretty rare device since, again, this was only made for 2 years, in 2020 and 2021. Unfortunately discontinued due to poor sales. And in some respects, it is a shame because I'm someone who has smaller hands, and so to me, this phone is extremely comfortable to hold, and so I like more compact phones. It's sad that it's not really a thing anymore. But to be fair, on the other hand, the battery life on this phone kind of sucks. So if I were to go into the battery, so this particular one has a decent battery health of 87%. However, the battery life in this phone is not that good. In my brief time of owning this phone, I've had to have it on the charger at least twice a day. Like, I could kill this phone in half a day. So the battery life on this, unfortunately, is pretty bad. Now, they did fix that with the iPhone 13 mini. They added more battery life, but even then, it's still not amazing. And the other issue with the iPhone mini is that price-wise, this is not a very good value leader. You can get an iPhone SE for way less money. You can get an iPhone SE for a lot less money than an iPhone 12 mini. And yes, obviously, the display is not as good and it's a much older design. You don't have the ultra wide camera or the super premium modern build. However, this is just so much cheaper than this one. But nonetheless, this is a cool phone. And if you have one, I would definitely hold on to it because, again, these are super rare. And in fact, these are so rare that you can't even find parts for it. So, for example, I had to order this case online because if you go to a store, Walmart, Best Buy, etc., you just don't see these. There are no more accessories. You can't get any accessories for the mini phones. They're just not sold anymore. So it's like that this is a completely forgotten phone. And that's unfortunate because this was a good phone. This was a good idea. It's just, unfortunately, the buying public has moved away from small phones. To most people, a phone like this 6.4 inch Motorola, this is what, the public likes. The public likes these ultra big phones. And obviously there's an appeal of having a massive screen, but just from, easy pocketability to ease of use with one hand, I do like the small phones. I do like these small phones. And it's sad that, the iPhone 12, 13 mini didn't make it. And unfortunate that, even the SE isn't made anymore. They recently discontinued it, replaced it with the iPhone 16e. And the 16e is just a normal size iPhone. It would have been cool if the new if it would be cool if the new budget iPhone used this body. That would have made more sense than just using effectively the same standard iPhone body, just with some reductions. But in any event, it is cool to take a look back at this phone. Would I recommend buying this? No, honestly, because these phones are pretty overpriced. Buying an iPhone SE 2022 version, at least, in my opinion, that's a better value if you want a budget iPhone. But if you like the novelty and the small size and all that, then definitely, this is a cool little phone. Be sure to check it out.